UFO whistleblowers saying that things are going to start escalating in the next 60 to 90 days, just after the FBI director said they have submitted UFO files to be released formally by the US government. Also, as we're seeing some of the craziest UFO footage, if real, or evidence that Project Bluebeam didn't end decades ago. But first, your UFO clip of the day. So this is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, obviously 2026. This is just last month. It looked like one object and then it became 5 objects? Look at that, they're like, I'm not gonna say they're dancing. They don't look like they're fighting too hard. Now they're blinking. I thought that was one initially when I first saw this. I thought it was one, and it's clearly not one. And also, the fact that it's at Wright-Patterson Base is just, of course, not drones. So we have the FBI director saying that they have formally submitted UFO documents for release. Let's hear from him.
There would be life on other planets that may be visited here that would not at all shock or surprise me. Have you ever looked into it?
We're looking at it. Here's the thing. Again,
okay, I want all the details.
Why else is he on your show right now?
Here's the thing. Every other president before President Trump could have said, hey, let's look at that and get the American people the information. What did he do? He stood up.
Sure, they could have.
An interagency
but no one cared back
with
then.
Department of War leading that effort to get out the documentation related to everything that you're talking about. Not just from the FBI, from the IC.
It's because there's a push now.
So what do
Politicians only care about what the people who vote for them are yelling about.
Committee, and they're going to be publicly releasing this information very soon. We are all for it. There's nothing.
Of course you're all for it. You want to be reelected.
That we're talking about that we don't want released. Our job at the FBI is to work with the White House and DOW, give them the information, and then they're going to put that out in a methodical process. And you're going to start seeing those releases literally happening in the very near future. We just met on it.
This correlates well with the next story, which is a whistleblower, David Grush, saying that things are going to start picking up in the next 2-3 months.
And I don't want to be too prophetic or say by a certain date something's going to come out because there's a lot.
You can never say dates because then
factors,
the powers that be just change the date.
I do have confidence
to make you look like a fool.
It's going to escalate in the next 60 to 90 days, and I think there's going to be a lot of pressure. I certainly know what Congress is doing, and I won't reveal that here, but I do see a lot of pressure to get the substantive empirical holdings that I've talked about, not videos.
Exactly what I said earlier.
Like that.
It just takes pressure.
And
it's what the voters yell about, the politicians will do. They could go back and get the Titanic and put it on display in Central Park in New York. If that's what all the voters are yelling about, the Titanic would be in the middle of Central Park right now. But they're yelling about UFOs, thankfully. So we're getting UFOs. So we just get whatever we want because they want to keep their jobs. It really is that simple. We always see them on Air Force One and these big ivory tower lavish things, but they only have a job because we gave it to them. So when we say we want this, they're like, yes, sir. They don't say yes, sir. They act like they're doing it, but they're saying yes, sir, or ma'am. So this last story is kind of, I want to bring it to you. I don't do things on this channel that I deem crazy or not real. There's a reason I'm showing this to you. One is it's either real and it's bonkers, or it's not real that plays into the idea that Project Bluebeam is still kicking around and people think it didn't stop in the 90s. And what Project Bluebeam is, basically they're gonna plot a fake alien invasion to unite the world, just like in the movie Independence Day, just like what Ronald Reagan said back in the 70s or whatever the heck that was.
I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
And it's just to unite everyone, to fight one common foe from out there, and then they create the one world government, which has been the plan the whole time. It's a fake alien invasion. Allegedly, this is what the Project Bluebeam is. It's just a fake alien invasion to scare everybody into uniting to fight something. And in the union of the world, they go, okay, we got everyone. We got to have one leader because this is, the aliens crazy, they're coming. And then that's how the one world government gets put in. Allegedly, I'm not saying I believe this. I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying that's what Project Bluebeam is. And either this is the craziest footage I've ever seen in my life. If you didn't know what AI was, you didn't know what ChatGPT or CGI was, you're just reading books your whole life, never knew what computers were, and you saw this, you would jump out of a window. This would cause panic everywhere. So I'm going to show it to you. And again, it's just to show you what could come out in the news and cause panic to start this world union that people suspect might be coming. I think I've prefaced this enough. I don't want the comments to go crazy going, this is AI clearly. It probably is. Most likely is. I can't say it is, but it probably is. Again, but if this were on CNN or Fox News or whoever you listen to for your news, and they showed you this and they swore it was real, their own camera team caught it, it was verified true, there's 1,000 different clips and angles, this would be the sort of thing that they could easily fake. Or it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, imagine there's explosions and people screaming and that going on. That is what the end of the world looks like. And I think they're just kind of, this could be somebody just in a video production class being like, nah, let's make something weird. Or this could be them going, let's put this out there. People will know it's BS, but also they'll just be getting used to the idea of this kind of crazy spectacle. And then when the real one comes, Project Bluebeam, people think that this is like the next era of it, and AI and CGI is at such a point where it would be very easy and realistic for them to just do whatever they want and put it on the news. If the Pentagon or some government decides to go forward with this Project Bluebeam alien invasion thing, puts out stuff like that on the mainstream news, people are going to freak. This is just a glimpse into what could be coming. I'm not saying I think it is. Let me know what you think down below, and please make sure you like and subscribe. And that way, I will see you tomorrow with some more UFO news and footage. I'll see you then.